Hello everyone, I'm Rashonda Fuller and welcome to your Daily Empowerment. Today I want to talk to you about 5 paralyzing thoughts that keep you in stagnation and keep you from moving forward with your desires or your purpose, if you will. And these are the top 5 things that I come across when I'm talking with people and when they're coming to me about maybe a goal or an ambition that they have. And these are the things that most regularly serve as excuses as to why they're not doing a thing or why they feel as though they can't. And I not only want to point out the top 5 paralyzing thoughts, but I want to also accompany those with the thoughts that will free you up to do what it is that you really desire to do. I have them written down. Unfortunately, today I won't be freestyling it because there's so much I want to say, and I want to condense it into a small amount of time, if you will, so not to take up too much of your time, but to give you the encouragement that you need to be able to do what you want to do. So one of the I'll say the number one thing that I hear the most from people who talk to me about their goals and their ambitions is the excuse of, I don't have the time. And the last time I checked, and this is no sarcasm intended, we all have the same number of hours in a day. Now, I understand a lot of us have families, we have careers, we have the 9 to 5, the things that we have to tend to daily. But what I want you to do is to not allow yourself to believe the lie that you don't have the time to do what it is that you really desire to do. Some of the most people that you admire the most, think about them. They have the same number of hours in a day as you and I, and somehow they do more in a day than most of us do in a week. So it's not so much that you don't have the time, it's what you do with the time that you have and what you're willing to do with the time that you've been given. So instead of believing the number one lie, which is I don't have the time, which is the paralyzing thought, I want you to free yourself up to say, you know what? I have the time. I have to make the time. Maybe I have to shift some things around, but I have the time to do it. And that's your truth. Once that becomes your truth, you'll make the time to do it. Number 2, which is something that I hear frequently when talking with people is, and it's a paralyzing statement, is that this is not the right time. The time isn't now for me to do this. Later. Well, I want you to start thinking about when is the right time? When will that be? When will be the right moment for you to do what it is that you really want to do? I really want you to think about it. When is that? Probably sometime far off. Maybe after your kids go to college. Maybe after you retire. I don't know if you've even thought about when you really want to start doing you. What it is that you really want to do. So the paralyzing thought in that, again, is now is just not the right time. That's the lie, right? When the truth of the matter is it is the right time, which is why your spirit is probably talking to you. And if you're anything like me, when you're out of alignment with what you are purposed and destined to do or designed to do, you feel some sort of, sometimes it could be depression, frustration, dissatisfaction, a lot of discomfort. Your spirit and your body, everything's trying to tell you that the time is now. Make a move. This isn't where you're supposed to be. Do something different. So you can't allow yourself to believe that now isn't the right time when your life, everything about you is telling you that you're not comfortable in the place that you're in and this isn't where you're supposed to be. You have to listen to those indicators and know that they're there for a reason. And again, they're telling you that the time is now. The time is now for you to make a move and do what it is that you're destined to do. And I'll be honest with you, I'll be upfront. When you make a move, you're going to feel some discomfort. But would you rather feel the discomfort of not being in the right space, not being really or truly being where you want to be in life for an indefinite amount of time? Or would you rather feel the discomfort of shifting your mind to a thought that will free you up to say, you know what? I'm feeling something. I think I'm supposed to make a move. I'm going to make a move, and feeling the discomfort that comes along with doing something different, making a change in your life, going through a transformation, which is only temporary. The choice is yours. It's up to you which discomfort you can live with the most. That's just the truth of the matter. The third thing that I hear, which is a paralyzing thought, it will keep you stagnant or keep you just literally where you are for an infinite amount of time, is believing the lie of, I don't have the money. I don't have it right now. I can't do it right now. I can't even see past tomorrow, let alone put money into something like a dream or a vision or whatever it is that you're desiring to do. When the truth of the matter is that paralyzing thought, again, will keep you where you are. But the freeing thought, the thought that frees you up, is taking your mindset off of you and your limitations, because that is true. You may not have, but God has. So you have to shift your mindset from thinking about you and what you don't have or the things that you can't see into thinking, wait a minute, I don't have to have it. There's an infinite supply. There's an abundance, really, of what it is that I need in order for me to bring this vision forth. When you change your mind and start thinking upon that, your creative juices start to flow. You start to think of ways to get the job done versus excuses as to why you can't get the job done. Think about it. If I told you, hey, I've got an endless supply of money, an endless supply of resources, and I'm willing to share them with you, all you have to do is ask, then I'm pretty sure you'd be like, okay, let's get on it. Let's do it, right? Well, the truth of the matter is I don't. If I had it to give to you, I would. But God does. That's where your supply is coming from. That's where your dependency should be. That's where your mind should be focused in knowing that you lack for nothing. You want for nothing. We didn't come in this world to suffer lack. So everything that it is that you desire to do is already readily available to you. All you have to do is ask. So take that paralyzing thought and throw that out in the trash. No longer allow that to serve as an excuse for you to excuse yourself from doing what it is that you desire to do. And replace that thought with, I have everything that I already need. By faith, I have it. That thought will free you up and it'll free you into action. Number 4, one of the things that I hear over and over again, and it's another paralyzing thought that we allow to serve as an excuse to excuse us right out of the greatness that God has designed for us. And that is, I'm afraid. And I want to talk just for a second about fear, because while fear in of itself is real, I'll be honest, I'm afraid of things. You know, I don't really like being in front of this camera, but I desire to help people more than I desire to succumb to the fear of being in front of people. Or what are they going to think of me? Or is it going to make any sense? Are they going to get it? Am I going to come off self-righteous and all that stuff? I toss it out the window and get the job done. So instead of focusing on fear, which is an illusion of something that hasn't even happened yet, why not focus on faith? And having faith, they're both unseen and unknown. If you're going to believe in something, why would you believe in the worst instead of believing in the best? Believing in the worst will paralyze you. Believing in the best will free you up. So again, focus your energy on the faith aspect instead of the fear. Again, they're both unseen. They're both unknown. Fearing something that hasn't even happened yet, or faithing something. I know that's not a word, but that hasn't even happened yet. Why would you put your energy on the worst case scenario instead of focusing on the best case scenario? Last but not least, number 5. I get this all the time. Well, what if I try it and it doesn't work? Okay, what if you try it and it doesn't work? No, really think about that. Like, what if you try it and it doesn't work? Are you going to be any worse off than you are now? Chances are no. But what if you try it and it does work? Are you going to be better off than you are now? Chances are yes. So focus your mindset on that. Don't allow yourself to believe or think on the thought that it won't work, because that's just going to freeze you up. It's just going to paralyze you. But if you allow yourself to think on the thought that if you try this thing, it just may work, that's going to shift you into action. That's going to kick you into gear. So again, the choice is yours of what it is that you want to believe about yourself and about God. Are you really able to do all things through God, through Christ who strengthens you? Are you really able to do that? Yeah, that's the truth of the matter. But is that what you tell yourself? Is that what you believe upon? So again, I want to run them back to you. I want to run them back to you really quickly. The paralyzing thoughts and the freeing thoughts. The number 1 paralyzing thought is, I don't have the time. When the truth of the matter is, yes, you do. It's making the time and making use of the time that you've been given. Number 2, another paralyzing thought is, now is not the right time, when the truth of the matter is everything in you is telling you or showing you discomfort and telling you that you're not in the right space, you're not in your purpose, you're not in your destiny. There's no better time than now while you're feeling the discomfort. Number 3 is I don't have enough money. That's the paralyzing thought. When the freeing thought is you have everything you need and more. Because your supplier is not you, but your supply comes from God, the creator of all. Number 4, the paralyzing thought is I'm afraid. Fearing the unknown instead of, again, faithing the unknown. Faithing the unseen. I know that's not a word, but let's just go with it. For you guys get where I'm coming from, right? Really just putting your mindset in, I'm not going to be afraid of the unknown. I'm just going to have faith in the unknown and knowing that there's a chance that what it is that I'm trying to do will work. Number 5, the thing that I get often is, what if it doesn't work? Don't focus on that. Focus on, oh my goodness, what if this does work? How great my life is going to be. Put your energy into that. That's going to shift you into action. I hope that this has been empowering to you. I hope that this is giving you some sort of motivation to reconnect with what it is that you desire to do and toss out the lies, toss out the paralyzing thoughts, and free yourself with thoughts that are going to shift you into believing again and ultimately shift you into action, if you will. Hopefully this has empowered you in some way, and if not, maybe you know someone who can use it. If you will, feel free to pass the video along. Again, this is Rashonda Fuller with Your Daily Empowerment. You all have a wonderful day. Until next time.